Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the Community Pod, and I am your host, Lester Class. Each and every episode is going to be filled with amazing stories from amazing people. You will hear the different journeys people went through, or are still going through, to be able to do what they love. From the failures to the successes and everything in between. This is a place to get to know the person behind their passion, because people only get to see the successes and not what it took to get there. If this is your first time tuning in, please subscribe and leave a review if you love the content. Now finally, I would love to welcome you to the Community Pod. What's going on, everyone? This is episode 4. I got Groovy in the building. What's going on, Groovy?
It's good, yo.
What's going on?
Chilling.
So I guess, like I start with everybody else, I just want to get to know who you are. So, like, where did this passion for music come from?
It kind of came out of nowhere, honestly. Music has been in my life since I was a kid because my dad is a DJ.
Okay.
So, like, he was touring and things while I was a child. Like, I remember those nights. And he would have artists coming from, like, wherever they were coming from, like, staying at my house. Like, my dad was living the music DJ life. But I had no particular interest in it.
Okay.
I liked music, but I had no interest in being, like, an artist. It wasn't until I met my friend Reg Mason, who's an active rapper right now. He actually has a project dropping soon. And he put me on. We started, like, rapping in his closet. I thought it was, like, all fun and games. This was, like, around the SoundCloud era. So, like, Lil Uzi and X and everybody was coming up. And I was like, yo, I want to have fun, too.
Yeah.
So we were just doing it. And it progressively got more serious. Like, we started featuring on each other's projects, featuring on each other's songs. We got to do this huge performance at Afropunk Festival in Brooklyn in 2019. And then we actually signed a small record label deal all together in this collective we had called Vibe World Order. And it just got progressively more serious. When we finished our contract with the record label, I decided I just wanted to, try and do it solo for a bit. And we're all doing it solo for a bit, and we're all still super tight friends. But Reg Mason showed me the way.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like did this happen like all like really close together in time? Like, was this a fast period for you?
It was a lot. Well, the playing around era was a long era.
Okay.
I would say we were playing around from, like, maybe, let me not speak for everybody. Speaking for myself, I was playing around from, like, 2015 to 2018 was all jokes for me, honestly. No serious intentions. 2018, I think, is the year I put out my mixtape. And I took that mixtape pretty seriously. We were locked in. We were working on it, jumping from house to house, bringing studio equipment and stuff. 2019, I was locked in.
Okay.
So since 2019, I've been like, this is my dream. 2018, I got a little serious, and everything before that was just, like, fun.
Fun and games?
Yeah.
So when did the record label happen?
That happened, so we got the contract 2019, and it was in revision up until, like, the pandemic, and then we signed during the pandemic.
Okay, cool. So what was that like? Like, did the record label come to you, or you went to the record label?
They found us on, like, some playlists. So playlists, wherever you're looking, playlists, they're a good idea. You should do them.
All right, cool. And so you said that your dad, growing up, like, he was living the DJ life and
For
everything. Sure. What was that like seeing all of that, being a kid and just growing up and seeing your dad living the kind of a dream that you didn't even think that was gonna happen for yourself, if that makes sense? Like, that you sat back, you were like, I didn't even know music was gonna be a thing for me, and to, like, look back and be like, my dad did it. Now I'm going through the stories of my dad, and now I'm trying to live it. You know what I mean?
I can't lie. As a kid, like, you interpret things differently. I didn't fully understand, like, what I was seeing or why I was seeing it. Like, my dad was always practicing in the basement, and, like, his friends were always over mad late, and, like, it always seemed like they were partying, but I didn't understand that there was, like, a goal they were working towards. To me, it just looked like fun, and so I thought, like, oh, my dad has a lot of fun,
Yeah.
So I didn't understand the grand scheme of it, but I think that like essence of fun is something that I have now, and, like, I get, like, it's like work and fun. Like, he was working really hard, but he was having a good time doing it. So I get that now.
And
like I feel like that's what every job should be like. You know what I mean? Like to get to a point where like you enjoy the job that you're doing. You know what I mean, for a living.
That would be nice.
Exactly. So I know that you said you started off with rap, right?
Yeah.
What was it like transitioning? Because I know that you said that you do R&B and pop.
Yeah.
So what was it like transitioning from doing rap to R&B?
It was hard. It's still hard. I'm not like the best singer in the world.
Okay.
I would say I'm an excellent songwriter with average singing abilities. So I have to try way harder. I have to practice. I'm always practicing my runs and my melodies and things. I didn't even know what like embouchure was until recently, like how you hold your mouth and how you position your neck when you're singing. Like I'm learning everything as if I was a 6-year-old in the choir for the first time.
I'm not gonna lie, you just educated me on what that word was.
Oh,
embouchure? Yeah, because I had no clue what that was.
I could be using it wrong. I know that embouchure with an instrument is like how you hold your mouth on your instrument. I think when you're singing, it's the same thing. All right. They may call it something different. But yeah, how you hold your mouth when you're singing plays a role in the sound that comes out.
Gotcha.
I'm in a band now where I like do all my shows with, and they teach me a lot of this stuff. They've been teaching me like just how to conduct yourself as a singer.
Okay.
Like I shouldn't be like screaming or like smoking, you know what I mean? Like you gotta, because your voice is your instrument, so it's something you want to protect.
Exactly.
Like you gotta learn how not to strain yourself, finding what keys work for you and things like that.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting journey. I'm still new to it. I'm still learning. So.
Okay. And I guess going back a little bit to the same question, adding on to it, why? Like, why did you decide? I don't want to really do rap, or maybe you're still doing rap, but like, why transition?
I feel like I couldn't be myself as a rapper. Like, I feel like as a rapper, there's like this certain level of toughness that is expected, or a certain level of like rappers have a huge, like the whole thing about being a rapper is like, yo, you're a rapper, you gotta be like the coolest guy ever all the time. Like you have to have this huge sense of like self-importance, and it was hard for me to keep that image going. Like when I was a rapper, I wasn't super proud to be like, yo, I'm groovy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was hard for me to even tell people my artist name, whereas like now when I go somewhere, it's like, oh, like I'm groovy, that's my only name, like don't ask me other name, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that just wasn't me. It wasn't who I want to portray to the world, and it wasn't the best way for me to get across all my like ideas as an artist.
No, I love that you bring that up, because I can see from your point of view, because a lot of rap now is like gang banging, drugs, women, and like it's tougher. You know what I mean? You got to be this tough guy and everything. Yeah. But like I guess you as groovy is more like I just wanna. It's in the name. I just want to groove. I just want to chill. You know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, like I like that music, and like I like those things from time to time. Like I like women, and I like sometimes you want to get violent or whatever, but I don't want to carry that as like my namesake. Like I don't want that on my jacket, if you get what I'm saying.
I get.
Like,
that's
not what I subscribe to wholly. It's like, you know, you can do whatever you do whenever you do it, but that's not who I want to present myself as the world to.
Exactly. Because rap is still a good genre.
No, I feel like rap is amazing. I listen to rap every day. Playboy Carti's my favorite rapper. But like,
dude, the last guy that was on here, the last episode, he said that Playboy Carti was one of his favorite. I can't get into him. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't get into it, bro. I don't know what it is. Like I don't see the hype around him. Like. Maybe, okay, convince me.
Playboy Carti is avant-garde trap.
Okay.
He's like if you just go to the mall, you pick your fit out at the mall, Playboy Carti might not be the rapper for you. Or you might not see the whole big picture. Like what really sold it for me with this whole new thing he's doing is his shows. I was watching this music reviewer review his recent tour, the King Vamp tour, and this is like an old white guy, mind you, who's reviewing this. Like, no, not tapped in at all. And he was like, that was the most avant-garde musical experience I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
What he said was Carti almost seemed like this phantom Grim Reaper leading a crowd of teenagers and just allowing them to rage and dance and be as destructive as they want. And he was just like this ghoulish figure on stage. And to me, that's like exactly what he embodies. He's just like a figurehead. And like the art just speaks for itself. He doesn't have to say anything. He never says anything. He never gives you any hints. He's just a figurehead that lets cool art flow through. And that's why, to me, he's the coolest artist right now, honestly.
Like, okay, I'll check him out after this.
I'll check him out. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't gotta like it. But he's great. He's cool.
No, if so many people have said it, because David, shout out David.
Shout out David.
Yeah, shout out David. He's a big Playboi Carti fan.
As he should be.
Barely Brandon. Damn, my voice cracked crazy. Barely Brandon, huge Playboi Carti fan. So like, I might as well just try it out. I might as well give it another chance.
It's like, it's energetic, and like, the deeper you get into it, and like the deeper you get into the lore, which I feel like that's with anything. Like once you know the lore, you really get the story. It's just cool, bro. Like he's just cool. It's exciting. Like he posted an album cover like 3 weeks ago and has said nothing else since then. And now we're all just waiting. Like I love it, bro. I love the mystery. I love like the anticipation.
Yeah.
He has his own label now with like artists who sound just like him, and like he's just doing crazy stuff.
Nah, the one thing I do enjoy about music and a lot of things is that it's, to me, like you said, it's an art. It's a way of expressing yourself. That's why I love music. For the most part, I'm pretty open to music. Like I even listen to country music. Like, and a lot of people don't like. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't listen to country music, especially in the tri-state area. You know what I mean? It's not normal.
We're not too country.
We don't have a lot of country out here, or a lot of land. It's a lot of city, but I enjoy the art aspect of it as much as you do, because I know that Groovy as an individual is basically kind of, to me, is like an art piece. Like all your music comes out and it's like a paintbrush. You know what I mean? You're constantly working, always, bro. Like that's why I want to get into Platonic, right?
Yes, Platonic.
That's one of his songs, by the way. What's the story behind Platonic? How did you come up with it?
So Platonic is like, platonic means a relationship that is not sexual. So it's a relationship that's like just friends. So the saying like, oh, we're just friends, that's what platonic means. And what the song is about is actually that I don't want to be platonic with this person anymore. I want to be more than friends. I want to be sexual, romantic, everything. And the song is just kind of like an exaggerated version of an experience I've had. I'm sure we've all had experiences where like you really want someone and you can't tell if they want you back, or maybe they flat out said they don't want you back. But for me, why the song is like so striking is because like as I'm describing in the song a girl who she's giving me the time of day, but not the time that I want. You know?
Okay, yeah.
She's with me. I'm in her company, but she won't be romantic with me. But she's being romantic with I'm saying like, you lay down with all these clowns, girl, why you ain't acknowledging me? Like you're with all these other dudes who I know are lame, or they're not on their shit, but you won't acknowledge me. And so the song is it's like kind of personal, not crazy personal, but I think it's a good bop.
No, it is a good bop. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. And that was dope. You can sing, bro. Like,
oh, bro, that probably sounded bad.
No, dude. That was tough. I'm not gonna lie. What's it called? So I feel like getting into R&B, or R&B as a genre, is probably one of the hardest to like succeed in, if that makes sense. Like you constantly have to put yourself out there, which is constantly a grind. But everything in itself is a grind if you want to do something creative. But like for example, one artist that I enjoy listening to is Thames.
Thames is fire.
Yeah, Thames is a great artist.
Yeah.
She came up because of a feature, I believe. But
possibly.
I know that she's on a feature with
the African community might be mad at you for that.
No, I know they might. They might be, but because I'm very mainstream.
Okay,
listen,
that's fair.
I heard her for the first time on Future's song.
Ooh, that's a bad take.
Oh,
yeah, that's. But okay, keep going.
Listen. I'm sorry for anybody listening. I'm not in the R&B scene the way I should be. I just recently got into R&B recently. Hey, awesome. I might even say his name wrong. I'm gonna get so much hate. Giveon?
Yeah.
Okay, say his name right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been listening to him.
He's pretty fire.
Who else?
He has a great voice.
Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, okay.
I like Lucky Day.
Lucky Day's cool.
I'm trying to make up for myself right now.
Nah, they don't play about Thames, bro.
No, but she's a good artist.
She's amazing artist. Yeah.
So like I don't know her complete story, but I feel like you let me know how you feel on growing as an artist in the R&B scene, because I feel like there's not much. Well, from what I've seen, obviously the internet is a huge place, but I haven't seen anything advertised for R&B artists.
So, yes and no.
Okay.
R&B, it's interesting. I feel like hip hop and R&B have like switched.
Okay.
Like now, hip hop is the mainstream. Like you can't open your phone without seeing hip hop.
Very true.
Which was one of the reasons I actually thought about not making this switch, because I just felt like hip hop was more marketable. But now with R&B, there are huge R&B communities. There's a lot of Instagram pages like Sleeping on Gems, R&B Radar, Slow Jams. Actually, shout out to Slow Jams. I'm cool with the guy who runs Slow Jams. But there's like a bunch of spaces where they share R&B only, like no hip hop.
Okay.
And I will say, like, one thing about R&B is like the content with the music is usually a lot more sophisticated.
Okay.
Like it's a lot more developed. It's higher quality compared to like hip hop music, or at least the average hip hop music.
I can agree on that. Yeah, I can agree on that.
Like underground R&B versus underground hip hop, there's like no comparison. The underground R&B always has better quality. But no, if you're looking for it, you can definitely find it. If you want, I could send you some stuff after this.
No, yeah, I gotta definitely study on it, because I'm gonna get a lot of heat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, please. He doesn't know. Thames is great. Don't come for my guy.
No, I didn't. No, she's great. She is great. She's great. But I'm sorry, Thames. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, Thames.
And Thames, if you're watching this, I love you. So,
okay, so I can agree on the fact that I feel completely that R&B as like lyrically can be so much more meaningful than hip hop. The reason I say that is because there's so much more of a story, I feel like, in R&B, and like a lot more emotions get put into it, and that's why I feel like I enjoy it so much.
Okay.
Because when I listen to rap, most of the time it's to like, you know what I mean, like I'm feeling good, I'm hype or whatever. Yeah. But R&B is more like I'm sitting down and I'm thinking. I usually when I'm editing videos, I listen to R&B because it's easier, it's soothing, it makes me think a lot better, what I could do better as an editor and everything. But yeah, I do enjoy R&B. Is R&B the only thing that you thought of when you wanted to transition over?
No, I wouldn't even say I'm a full R&B artist. I would say I'm pop R&B. That genre fits me a little better. I don't do like the super slow, super dramatic R&B with like the real sultry runs and things. That's like not really the bag that I'm in. I definitely do like pop, like a little more upbeat tempo, like 110 to 130 BPM. A lot of interesting, like I feel like R&B is a little more like classical sounding.
Yeah,
like the instrumentation. I'm definitely doing more like synthy stuff. A lot of interesting loops, a lot of interesting 808s and drum patterns compared to R&B.
Would you say kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong,
sure.
Like kind of like Pharrell kind of thing?
Kind of. Pharrell is definitely a huge inspiration of mine. I do things similar to Pharrell. I would say Pharrell is more hip hop leaning than I am. But yeah, I definitely would take that. A Pharrell comparison, that's awesome. Yeah.
So I want to just ask a fun little question.
Sure.
So who would you put in your top 5 R&B or R&B and pop artists? In your opinion, it doesn't have to be in any order.
Gotcha. So if we're doing like pop, like if pop's in there, Michael Jackson. Undoubtedly the best pop artist or low-key artist of all time. My personal top 5. I guess Beyonce.
Okay.
I feel like Beyonce gets a lot of hate, but Beyonce is undeniably just amazing across the board.
I think she gets a lot of hate because of where her status is.
Yeah, she's top.
She's a top artist. Dog, so like when it comes to being at the top, it's like there's got to be something we hate about you. You know what I mean? Even if there's nothing to hate, we have to hate because you're at the top. You know what I mean?
Beyonce's huge. Who else would be really top for me of all time? I like Fergie.
Okay.
I feel like Fergie's another one who gets a lot of hate but has hits across the board.
She does have hits off her. Yes.
Even
Not
just
wrong.
what she did in the Black Eyed Peas alone, like
Yeah.
Fergie's the shit. Pop.
So you got 3 right now.
Yeah, we're at 3. Michael, Beyonce, Fergie. What a crazy list that is.
That is.
Who else? If we want to go like R&B pop, Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's another great pick.
Dang, it's Sierra. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Pop
solid.
R&B. Yeah, those are all like pretty pop R&B-ish artists. Maybe not Fergie so much, but yeah.
My girlfriend's gonna be a little upset if she's watching this because I know that she's a huge fan of Aaliyah. But
Aaliyah, yeah.
would you put her in? It's. I know that she passed. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Aaliyah. She's been gone for a while now.
Very
but
long time.
she has a lot of classics that haven't died at all.
Yeah, of course.
But do you think she's top 5 category? I feel like her name gets dragged a lot. Like, as not badly, but I mean like her name is everywhere. When you go to like the mall, she's on every T-shirt. I feel like sometimes it gets a little played out. But do you think there's a reason for why her name gets dragged the way she does?
I mean, Aaliyah's amazing. Aaliyah had made amazing records while she was still here, and so first of all, rest in peace to Aaliyah. But I think when people pass on, their careers magnified. Same with Tupac, same with Biggie, Easy. Like, and anyone who has done something and then passed not long afterwards becomes super magnified. So, of course, Aaliyah's amazing, and of course they're gonna carry her name forever. That's just kind of how it is. Yeah, Aaliyah's great though.
Okay,
I like Aaliyah. Aaliyah's not my personal top 5, but I obviously respect her as someone of the greatest artists of all time. Yeah.
I want to ask about your magazine. I saw that you were on a magazine. What was that like?
Oh yeah. My boy Spooky, he has a magazine. He's like an eclectic photographer. He does like a lot of interesting angles. He does a lot of Photoshop work with cameras, and he was putting together a zine for his I think just his personal portfolio, and he had me and my friends cover it. And my band.
That's super dope. That's super.
Yeah.
So, you also said that you are you went solo.
Yeah.
What was it like transitioning from being as a group on a record label to being solo?
The hardest part is then you have to find your own, like, you got to find your own way. And I feel like it was easier for some of my friends because a lot of them are used to working very solo. Like, they record themselves, they mix themselves, they produce their own beats. I'm able to record myself, but I don't mix and master and I don't produce. So I had to find a producer who was my amazing producer, Alejandro. I had to find an engineer who's my amazing engineer, Danny. But it took a while to like get that all smooth. And like, even from where we met to where we are now, like there was a lot of growth that had to be had between like me and the team. And so I feel like now I finally have my team. Like I have my producer, I have my engineer, I have my band. And not only are they all those things for me, but they're also all my homies,
Yeah. So, it's good to work around people that like you enjoy being around. You know what I mean?
And people who like they get it, like they get the vision, they get the goal, and they understand that there's a personal relationship there too.
Yeah. So did this going solo? I know I don't want to say that. I want to ask if it came easily. Was there anything like during that journey of finding an engineer or anything like that that kind of got in the way and made you feel like maybe I just have to stop doing music. Maybe this is like a dream that just isn't gonna come true for me. I know it was a deep question.
Yeah, it is pretty deep. I think there was a period when I was still doing hip hop, even though I had met my new producers and things already, and I was like, yo, this just isn't working. Like, I'm not confident in any of this music. I had still yet to put anything out, which is, artists always psych themselves out. They're like, yo, I'm not going anywhere, but they're not putting anything out. And I had a talk with one of my very close friends, Les, who was in my old group signed with me. He's a little older than me, so I respect him, and he's kind of like a mentor to me. And he was like, yo, you just got to work harder. And you got to try more, and you got to dig deep. And so that's what I did. I just started putting in more effort. I feel like a lot of times you think you're working really hard, but you're not. You're just working as hard as you know at that moment. And after I had that conversation with him, that whole year, I just put in work. The entire year. Dropped 2 singles, 12 shows that summer. just went crazy. But it wasn't easy. It took a lot of like synthesis, like starting things from new. And synthesis is scary. It's scary to start from scratch, because you don't have any directions. You don't know what you're doing. But you just gotta try. And that's all I was really doing. I just kept trying, even when I felt like quitting, even when I was scared, even when I was frustrated. Just kept trying.
So you kind of were like basically in your own head, and it happens to the best of us.
Worst enemy, seriously.
Yeah. Like it happens for me as well. Like before I even started uploading, like I just thought like maybe I shouldn't do this. Even after all of this, building this entire.
If you didn't, I wouldn't be here.
No, exactly. We would have never met. We would never had this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Like, what kind of advice would you give to somebody like trying to pursue like their dream?
You just got to do it. Like, there's really. I saw this thing like mad long ago. It was just a super hood dude on Instagram. He was like, yo, people always saying that this ain't working and that ain't working, but you only did it for like 3 months. How you gonna get to the bag in 3 months? And that's facts.
It is facts.
Like even if you took like the college route, you wouldn't finish school in 3 months.
Exactly.
You would get to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times people don't realize you have to treat your passion or your side hustle or whatever the same way as you would treat school and a job. Like, you should be working on it, like the fact that going to work is a non-negotiable. If you're a rapper, rapping should be non-negotiable. You should get up and rap.
Yep.
Or you should go sit in the studio or do something, work towards something. Obviously, like, it's a creative process, so it's different. You got to take breaks, you got to take time, whatever you got to do. But you should always be working towards what your goal is. And I feel like a lot of times people do something for even 6 months and then get discouraged, Mm-hmm. This is probably my first full year of taking it all the way serious.
Mm-hmm.
I could have another 4 more years of going at this pace before I actually get somewhere, but at least now I know I'm taking it all the way,
And that's the only way you should do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to add on to what you're saying, like, I got told this one time that, like, just the way you brought up school, right? That 4 years is gonna come and go whether you do it or not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's facts.
Like,
bro.
you stop living your dream now and think 4 years from now I'm not gonna be anything. Those 4 years are gonna come whether you are something or not. You just have to keep pushing yourself to get it done. You know what I mean?
That's a scary part, honestly. Like, even sometimes with me, like with my fit, like I've gone through like a whole like weight loss journey and things, but I go up and down in my weight. And it's like, yo, am I going to go to the gym today or am I going to slack off? And then next week be like, damn, I should have went to the gym last week.
Yeah.
And then 15 weeks from now, I'll be like, damn, I should have been in the gym. You know what I mean? Because I'm bad with going to the gym, bro. I
literally was going to the gym last year consistently. Like, I'm talking about 5 days a week, went to the gym all the time. And I know this, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I was 210. I'm 180. I'm about 180 now. And then I stopped. Because things got in the way,
and then you get you get happy with the results.
Exactly.
You get complacent. Yeah.
And now it's like at one point it was like I'll go next week. It's only been a month. Now it's been a few months, and I'm like, damn, like when am I gonna ever go again? And just like with everything else that you're doing in life, the only person stopping you is really you. You know what I mean? Like you're your own worst enemy, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I wanted to ask.
Real quick, I wanted to say one last thing about that. Even though I'm telling you to like go and like work, burnout is a real thing, and you do have to take time to rest. That kind of happened to me last month. I was like not feeling great because I wasn't taking enough time for myself and enough time to rest and enough time to just like not focus on all the work and shit. And so don't work yourself into the ground or work yourself into a mental health crisis. Like, do take some time for yourself. Taking time doesn't mean you're not working. Taking time and resting is work. So make sure you're resting.
I like that you added that because that is important. Because without resting, like I feel like your work will begin to de-escalate.
For sure.
Like your work will be the quality that you wanted it to be because you're so tired.
Exactly.
Of constantly working on the same craft. But it's not that you don't love it anymore. It's that you have to take a break. You know what I mean? Even if like your break is. Because somebody's break could be an hour, and another person's break could be a day, or it could maybe you just need that week where it's just like I need to focus on me mentally, and they get back to it. That's fine to take. You know what I mean? I love that you added that.
For sure. I got a mental health vacation planned the first weekend in March. I'm just going to chill for 3 days.
And what's that going to look like?
I might go like to another state, but I'm just going to chill.
What state do you have in mind if you had to decide?
Right now I'm thinking like DC.
Okay.
Just get a B&B and just chill out. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm actually trying to plan something, but not anytime soon. I want to go to Dallas because I heard that the vibe out there is super
I've heard
dope.
that too.
But yeah, man. What I wanted to ask was, what top 5 artists? It doesn't have to be R&B.
Okay.
Any genre that you want to work with one day.
I want to work with. I want to work with Cash Cobain.
Okay.
I want to make a Jersey Club song with Cash Cobain. I like you, Cash Cobain. You're a cool guy. Who else I want to work with? As much as I like Cardi, I wouldn't work with him. It would kill it for me.
Okay.
I wouldn't work with him. I would work with Uzi though. We can make something cool, like a little R&B, whatever he does crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Who's another artist? Obviously Pharrell. I would love to work with Pharrell. Pink Pantheress.
I think I just heard about that person. I think I recently heard that name before.
You recently heard Pink Pantheress?
Yeah. Am I looking bad right now?
Yeah, you're a little out of touch, bro. Pink Panther blow all over TikTok, crazy. Yeah, I want to work with Pink Pantheress like soon.
Okay.
Soon.
All right, cool.
And
wait, you got 2 more, right? You got 2 more left.
Yeah, 2 more. I would work with Skywater. He makes cool music.
Okay.
He does like Skywater. Pop R&B, Jersey Club blends and things. Pink Pantheress, don't forget about me. Seriously, I want to work with you. And Ice Spice, bro, because why not?
Why not? Why not?
Ice Spice.
Her
mixtape was fire.
Again, I haven't heard it yet. I only heard that.
It just came out.
Yeah, I heard the song on TikTok. Everybody, it's all over TikTok.
What, Munch?
No, it's like Keep It a Buck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is that it? Is
In her mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that one. What's it called? It was all over TikTok. But what was I gonna ask? Oh, how do you feel about Jersey Club being so like it's kind of like how drill was going for a while. Like it's becoming a little bit more mainstream to rap or sing over a Jersey Club beat.
I think it's good. I think actually this other Jersey artist named Blaze the Rebel, he said this to me in the studio about a couple weeks ago. He said that this has been coming. Like this has been building and coming for Jersey to get to this point, and that now is just the product of everything that's been building. There's been a bunch of Jersey artists or Jersey and not Jersey artists who've been like making Jersey Club a little more mainstream, and this is just the peak of it. We're at it now, and now everyone needs to capitalize.
Definitely,
because this is a sound I grew up with Jersey Club music. I'm sure you did too. Like this is a sound that we know we grew up with, and now that it's at the forefront, we should be capitalizing on it because this is our sound.
No, definitely, yeah. Because if it's a stamp of New Jersey, why not use it? You know what
exactly,
I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Me personally, I have my opinions on Jersey Club. I don't think Jersey Club is bad. As a kid, it was constantly played all the time, so I got a little tired of it.
Yeah, I get it. But
I remember like DJ Lil Man and everything. Like that
Shout
was
out
like
to DJ Lil Man.
That was like the bump for a while when I was a kid. But yeah, what I wanted to ask, talking about Jersey Club and using it as as music, as a background, as the beat. How do you feel about Lil Uzi Vert using it and then shooting the music video in New York?
So at first I was hating, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, Uzi just using the sound, da-da-da-da. And I like Uzi. I'm a Uzi fan.
No, me too.
I was like, yo, he's just, I was hating. But the song's great, bro. The song is undeniably amazing. And I think, okay, so here's, if I'm giving an unbiased opinion, like as someone who's like, let's say not from New Jersey, he took the New Jersey sound, he made a hit record with it, and then he shot it in the biggest city in the world. That just brings so much more publicity to the sound.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Now everyone knows what Jersey Club music is. Yeah. No matter where you go, they heard that song or they saw that video.
I think the fear for like people that live in New Jersey is that the credit has not been given.
That's true. I mean,
since it's in New York, whoever is not from New Jersey is like, yo, New York came out with a new sound, if that makes sense, or like they're trying to claim it's our sound. But I completely understand from your point of view, seeing it from another point of view, where it's like he put Jersey Club on the map, where it's like, because it's undeniably, like you said, it's probably one of my favorite songs listening to right now. It's just a crazy bump. But for it to be shot in New York, and then with a New York individual who's very famous right now, Kai Cenat, which is a dope individual.
He's cool.
Kai, if you're watching this, I would love to interview you. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. I don't even interview people.
Kai is dope. I love his vibe. But at the same time, it's like it kind of feels like New York took it for me, and I feel like a lot of Jersey people feel that way as well. But hearing your point of view and seeing it the way I can see it that way as well. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm from Jersey. I feel the same as you. But like if I'm looking at it as an unbiased opinion, also if we want to like talk actual game, him doing that has opened opportunities that people aren't even aware of yet because they're not looking.
Okay.
I don't know how tapped in everybody is. I don't know how tapped in everybody is with like the music industry and the behind the scenes stuff. So I'm not going to give out all the sauce, but there are more opportunities for Jersey artists because of what Uzi's doing.
Okay.
So I appreciate it.
Okay. Solid. So we're not coming to an end just yet. We're getting a little close though.
Sure.
I want to get really like, it's going to be even deeper questions than it was before.
Let's do it.
So you being an R&B artist, R&B and pop artist, you know what I mean? You know, seeing your dad doing it all the time. So I wanted to ask, what is the inspiration? Where does the inspiration come from to wake you up every day to continue to push and feel motivated to do this?
I just love it. Like, it's weird because it wasn't something I did all the time, but like now that I do it, I genuinely love it. Like it's one of the only things I feel like I'm actually good at. Like I'm good at making music, and like I like to perform. Like I like when I see people react to my music. One of the best shows I ever did was at Drew University, and like the energy that they were giving me there was just crazy. That feeling is like I chase it, you know? I want to put out songs and bodies of work that people appreciate. Like one of the best things for me is when I open my Spotify artist page and it says like, oh, like someone's listening right now. And it's like, yo, they're listening to me right now. Like, and I'm just like at work or whatever. Like that's crazy to me. And even like my new song, the snippet that I put on TikTok, it's like it's getting, like I wouldn't call it viral, but it's trending, it's moving.
Yeah,
like
it is.
People are making their own video, like people I don't know, like that's crazy to me. It's like something that's bigger than me. And so like I chase that, and I'm gonna keep chasing it, you know.
That's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you.
Thanks, man.
Honestly.
Shout out B-Jax.
Shout out B-Jax. I wanted to ask another question where it was about, since you bring up all the love that you've been receiving, and obviously majority of the love that you're receiving are people from you don't know, because you can't receive as much love as you're receiving and know as many people as the love that you're receiving, if that makes sense. So what does that feel like? What does that feel like? Like you said, it's an amazing feeling, but did you ever think that people that you didn't know was going to support you the way that, like in a way that people that you do know don't support you?
It's like appreciation, but it's an interesting type of appreciation. Like anyone who listens to my music, like I love you. Like I love you for listening to my music. I appreciate you. Like you don't know how much that means to me. But like it's not in the same way that like I would sit here and chop it up with you and dap it up. You know what I mean? Like because we're there's separation, because like you love something that I produce. You don't really know me, you know?
Yep.
So of course, like I love them and I appreciate them. Yeah, it's an interesting feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like when I'm at shows and people are talking to me and I'm like, oh, like, thank you so much. And then like, I don't really know what to say after that. Cause like, what do we really say? We don't really know each other, but like you liked what I did and I like you for liking what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that awkward little dance.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
funny sometimes.
Where do you feel like are most of your fans from the United States? Because I know Spotify gives you a little bit of a little thing to show you where a lot of your listeners are. Are a lot of them from the United States?
Yeah, I would say most of them are from the United States. There's some like.
Which one surprised you?
I think on Apple Music I hit like 100 plays in Russia. That was funny.
Yeah,
yeah. Good old Vladimir bumping my tracks.
No, I feel like that's super dope that Spotify does as well.
Yeah.
To show you like, dude, like sometimes we forget as like citizens of the United States
that there's other people.
Yeah, there's other people out there. You know what I mean? That like obviously we know that there's other like places, countries, and shit. But at the same time, it's like I don't even know you, and you probably don't even like. There's times like obviously like I listen to music. I'm Hispanic, and there's times where I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'll listen to Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not completely fluent. You know what I mean? So I'll listen to a Spanish song, reggaeton or whatever, and I'd be like, this is tough, but I have no clue what you're saying.
That's so
like,
funny.
So like I feel like, you know what I mean, there might be a possibility that there's that person in Russia or those few people in Russia are like, dude, he is saying something crazy. I love the song. I have no clue what he's saying, but it sounds fire.
And it's crazy, like with the way the playlisting and stuff works, like they could genuinely have just found the song and have no idea who I am, not follow me on IG, not know what a groovy is, but they just think the song's hot, and that's cool to me. That's so fire.
No, it has to be, bro. Love, like, receiving love from people you don't know, in my opinion, is better than receiving love from people you do know. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes it's fake. You know what I mean? Just to support you.
Yeah, you don't. It's a little biased because they love you. You know.
Yeah.
But I think that's the best feeling for me. Like when someone finds my song. They never heard of me and they just like the song and them like vibing out. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That means that song is good, bro.
Yeah. No, yeah. So now that we're coming to an end, I just want to finish off with wanting to know that like when it comes to, because I know I brought up your dad a few times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel like if it wasn't for your dad, you would be doing this right now?
If it wasn't for my dad, would I be doing this? I think I would.
Okay.
I think if it wasn't for my dad, though, I would have a different approach and like a different aesthetic.
Okay.
Like my dad is deep into like the Chicago house music scene and just deep into house music and dance music in general. And that foundation of sound is something that like greatly influences me. Greatly. Like house music, even as much as I would hate to admit it to him, is like deeply ingrained in like who I am, ingrained in like my taste in music and even my taste in like party and dance, you know, like house music is deep ingrained in me. So I think if it wasn't for him, my aesthetic would be different, my music would be different, my beat selection would be different, just how I carry myself as an artist would be different. I think I would still do this because I enjoy doing this, but I think my aesthetic would be different for sure.
Okay. I have so many more a whole bunch of questions just came up, so we're not ending just yet.
Sure, keep going.
Is there any other genre of music you want to tap into?
I want to make Playboy Cardi music.
Okay. All right.
I've done it. Yeah, no one will ever hear it.
Because a big genre for me, because I feel like not that it goes hand in hand, but like I feel like it mixes so well R&B and reggae.
I was gonna say I want to make reggaeton.
Reggaeton?
Yeah, my most of my team is Hispanic.
Okay.
My engineer and producer are both Hispanic. My engineer's from Ecuador, and anytime he makes me a beat, it's usually like got a lot of reggaeton influence, and I think I could do that. I think I could blow up in that market. I think they would like me. I just gotta learn some Spanish first.
Well, listen, there's a lot of artists that don't know Spanish and hopped on Spanish songs. Like I can name a few. I believe Nicki Minaj hopped on a Spanish song.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't Drake too?
Drake did too, and I can almost guarantee Drake isn't fluent in Spanish.
Who knows what language?
Yeah, exactly. But like, okay. Now this is going to be the last question.
Sure.
What does it feel like getting on stage constantly, like going out and putting yourself out there to show people what you love doing and hoping that you get the same love in return? Is there ever fear that you're gonna get up there and like no one's gonna enjoy it?
Yeah, every time. I'm nervous before every show. Every single show I'm nervous. I feel like if you're not nervous before a show, then you don't actually care about what you're doing. Like every time I get up there, I'm nervous that like I'm not gonna do well. Like I might be like insecure about my abilities or nervous that the crowd's not gonna receive me like the way I want them to. But the interesting thing, you're asking a lot of questions that like I'd be asking myself. I got on stage yesterday. I had a show yesterday and a show Thursday. And when I was walking on stage, I just thought to myself, damn, you be walking on stage a lot. And then I was thinking, yo, people don't be walking on stage because they're not artists. And so I was like, yo, that's kind of cool that you do that. Like even if tonight's not a great show, like you got up here and you're on the stage and you're not scared, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I think it like gives me a boost in confidence because I just like on a regular basis I get on stage and make a fool out of myself. So why would I ever be insecure about anything?
No, well, that I love your answer. First of all, 2, I want to add. I feel like you're an amazing artist. I do enjoy your music, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. If there's anything you want to say before everything's off, the camera is yours.
I am dropping Jersey Love February 1st. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but February 1st, Jersey Love will be out. So if it's after February 1st right now, go stream Jersey Love. It's me and my good guy B-Jax. It's an amazing song. It's the best song I have made thus far. Just expect a lot more music, a lot more shows from me, a lot more content. Gonna try to even start getting some pictures taken. Just doing a lot more cool stuff. Come to my show. I have shows literally all the time. I have another one this Friday I didn't even know I was on. So just do shows, listen to my music, have a good time.
Well, thank you again.
I
can't thank you enough for being here. So I'm gonna close out the show.
Let's do it.
This is your host, Lester Class, here with the Community Pod. If you watched the entire thing, I want to say that I appreciate everybody that's ever listened. And if you're new here, welcome to the Community Pod. Remember to share, leave a review, follow my man Groovy on the Instagram. And yeah, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thank you, bro.
That was a good time.